a very good evening and welcome to our special weekly program as we give you the latest updates in Thai politics. I'm Nad Bunat.
I'm Frank Kanshi.
And we'll begin tonight with the hottest story of the week, which is no other than Pheu Thai's surprise announcement that they are joining forces with the Pheu Thai party. And this was also followed by another surprise that they will be joining with 6 smaller parties in this new coalition as well. So the Pheu Thai party announced today that the union of 8 parties to form a new government, which will hopefully put an end to the prolonged political divide in Thailand. In addition to the 2 core parties, Pheu Thai and Pheu Thai, the other parties agreeing to join the coalition are these parties, which are Pracha-Choc, เสรีรวมไทย ชาติพัฒนากล้า เพื่อไทยรวมพลัง พลังสังคมใหม่ and ท้องที่ไทย. In a statement issued today, Pheu Thai claimed that the coalition now commands more than half of the 500 seats in the House of Representatives. So based on what we have now with the Pheu Thai, Phum Thai, and the 6 smaller parties, they have a combined total of 228 House seats, which they hope that it will be able to ease political tension and resolve political conflicts. The party said that it will seek support from senators and other MPs for its prime ministerial candidate so that a new government can be formed. Pheu Thai said that in order to resolve the crises facing the country, cooperation from all stakeholders, including political parties and divergent groups of people, is needed to bring about national reconciliation. Responding to a reporter's question, Pheu Thai party leader Tholanan Srikiao said that they will hold a press conference tomorrow about other parties from which they hope to get support. He said that the party has not yet invited the Democrats, Palang Pracharat, or United Thai Nation parties to join the coalition, but hopes that their individual MPs may support the party's prime ministerial candidate. Regarding the Move Forward party, Tholanan said that they have sought support from all parties, but it depends on that party whether it will support our prime ministerial candidate. Meanwhile, ชาติพัฒนากล้า party chairman Suwat Liptaphalop told the media that his party decided to join the coalition after being assured by Pheu Thai that the coalition commands more than half of the votes in the House of Representatives and that the party will not touch the lèse-majesté law. He also said that he wants a new government to be formed as quickly as possible to boost the confidence of foreign investors and the Thai people. Previously, Pheu Thai and Phum Thai parties announced that they are joining hands to become the core in forming a new government. So with this in mind, automatically you're pushing the Move Forward party as the opposition.
So it's really interesting, right? Because actually in the lower house, there are 500 MPs, but right now the new coalition by Pheu Thai only 228. So they still have to get support from other parties, including Move Forward. But turning the time back to May, just after the election, actually, is Move Forward. Do you remember holding hand with Tholanan Srikiao and
this one, right?
This one, the heart shape too, actually the heart
sign?
shape. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, right now, sorry, I apologize, but I have to go right now for Pheu Thai. But I think it's sorry, not sorry sentence because
exactly. It sounds like what Pheu Thai is actually doing is like there have been other updates that Pheu Thai is going to apologize the Move Forward party for kicking them out of the coalition. But it's like you said, sorry, not sorry. It's like, oh, I'm sorry for kicking you out of the coalition, but please do give us support for our prime ministerial candidate. So it's, it's kind of bitter moment for these parties.
Yes, it's one of the solutions that, of course, Pheu Thai has to ask Move Forward to leave the coalition, and they have to really actively, proactively to hold hands with other parties, including those outgoing old clique, because that's I think it's the way to put themselves into the successful seat to put Seta Thavisin to the prime ministerial seat.
Right, and we can give you an update on the current coalition formula. So with Pheu Thai's new coalition government, there's a total of 228 House seats at the moment. And considering that the opposition right now is Move Forward Party, Thai Sang Thai Party, as well as Pen Tham Party, it commands a total of 157 House seats at the moment. But at the same time, there are still many other parties that their standpoint is still unclear whether they would join the Pheu Thai coalition or not. So that includes the Democrat Party, United Thai Nation Party, and Palang Pracha-Choc Party as well. So we'll have to wait and see how they will actually get more support for their new coalition government, as well as their prime ministerial candidate Seta Thavisin as well. And after Pheu Thai announced their partnership with Phumjai Thai Party as well as other smaller parties as well, this has made several netizens very upset and disappointed, so they took to Twitter to express their anger and disappointment. One of the trending hashtags on Twitter over the past couple days was Pheu Thai has betrayed the people, which saw over 200,000 tweets on Tuesday. And if we look into the posts, most of them condemned the Pheu Thai party for betraying the voters. Some of them were also digging up past videos of Pheu Thai leader Cholana Srikiao heavily criticizing Phumjai Thai leader Anutin Charnvirakul in parliament for his failed management of the COVID-19 crisis, but ended up clinking glasses of mint chocolate drinks. There's also another trending hashtag which came from Pheu Thai Party's slogan, "Chase away the mouse, strike the cobra," which was used in the general election campaign in Srisakhet province, and that was also top trending on Twitter as well. Yet, meanwhile, two Move Forward Party MPs appear to be very upset with the newly formed alliance between the political rivals. Pracha-Choc tweeted that they are kissing with each other, while Natasha Bunchai Insawat wrote that every policy the Move Forward Party announced during the election campaign was not only intended to garner votes, but was a pledge to the people. While they defend the party slogan, Pheu Thai's leader Cholanan said that it was used to win votes for the party, where he explained that it was just a campaign technique, and in particular, Pheu Thai is not an enemy of anyone. Apart from the online outrage, several groups of taxi drivers gathered in front of Pheu Thai headquarters on Tuesday to express their disagreement over the Pheu Thai and Phumjai Thai parties' bid to form a government. Their leader told reporters that they want to declare that they will no longer support Pheu Thai party because it is cooperating with a political party that has been in a government led by a coup leader, which is, of course, everyone knows that is General Prayut Chan-o-cha. They also burned red shirts and Pheu Thai membership cards to show that they are leaving the Pheu Thai party. So we can see that many people were very upset and disappointed that Pheu Thai has decided to join forces with political parties that used to be in the Prayut administration.
That's really shocking for Pheu Thai supporters, because actually people think about, I think the Pheu Thai supporter, of course, they wouldn't forget what happened in the past. The altercation between Pheu Thai and Phumjai Thai, it's just in their head, they wouldn't forget it. Like actually during the COVID-19 situation, Pheu Thai also criticized how Anutin, the leader of Phumjai Thai, managed the COVID situation, and of course how to the distribution of COVID vaccines too. And don't mention 2019, 2014, when Anutin, of course, supports Pracha-Choc, as what you said, by Yu Chang-Cha in 2014, when Ingla Shinwarat, and of course the fight in between. So that's why I think the supporters of Pheu Thai, they are so angry. They don't want to be with, they don't want to support Pheu Thai anymore.
Right, because like many people have expected that Pheu Thai will stick with the Move Forward Party coalition. And with that said, when they decided to push Move Forward to the opposition and joining forces with Phumjai Thai and other smaller parties, and most importantly, before they announced the coalition, if we remember, Pheu Thai party leader Cholanan actually invited for talks with Pheu Thai-led as well as many other parties such as Palang Pracha-Choc, the United Thai Nation Party, Cha Phanana Kla as well, clinking glasses of mint chocolate drinks. People already see that Pheu Thai is very likely to break away from the original coalition government as well.
And they're changing their course
Yes.
to the outgoing clique already. But it's not just I think it's not just the difficulty for Pheu Thai right now, it's also the difficulty for Move Forward dilemma, because actually they kind of in some analyst sense, they're kind of stuck in their policy. Move Forward, now that Move Forward's dilemma to endorse Pheu Thai, is it possible? Now that Pheu Thai has announced its new coalition, what happens to the Move Forward party apart from being pushed into a position? One of the biggest dilemmas is whether to endorse Pheu Thai's coalition and its prime ministerial candidate. The Move Forward party has been denied everything to which it believes it was entitled, despite being the biggest winner in the May 2023 general election, winning a total of 151 MP seats. It has lost its bid for the House speakership. Its leader, Peter Limjaroenrat, has been denied the premiership. And worse still, instead of being at the core of a coalition government, it is now a mere step away from being consigned to the opposition. On top of all this, it is now facing a new dilemma. Should it endorse the ongoing efforts by Pheu Thai to form a coalition or not? Pheu Thai now claims to have gathered enough support from various political parties to set up a majority government. However, the first hurdle it needs to overcome is to have its prime ministerial nominee approved by parliament, something that is far from certain. Many senators have expressed doubts over whether they would vote for Pheu Thai presumptive nominee, real estate tycoon Sethar Thavisin, whose business background is being widely scrutinized. To prevent the uncertainty, the best case scenario for Pheu Thai is to have support for Sethar nomination from Move Forward, but without the party becoming part of the coalition. Some in Pheu Thai describe such a move as a sacrifice, which they want Move Forward to make to help break the current political deadlock. But it remains a big question as to whether Move Forward would be willing to take such a step.
Within Move Forward, there seems to be a divergence of views on this issue. Police Major General Supisan Phakdi Narunath, a deputy party leader, has been most vocal in his support for Pheu Thai's efforts to form a coalition. He has publicly called on Move Forward MPs to vote for Pheu Thai's prime ministerial nominee, stating that it's the only way to put an end to the political dominance of the Senate, which refers to the role of senators in electing the prime minister. He played down fears that Pheu Thai might end up joining hands with Palang Pracha-Choc and United Thai Nation parties, the two that were seen as Move Forward's arch political rivals. Meanwhile, Wirod Lakhanadison, an outspoken MP of Move Forward, insisted that it was premature to decide whether his party should support Pheu Thai's ongoing political endeavors. Wirod told Thai PBS in an interview today that Pheu Thai party must first explain what the public would gain from its union with its new political allies, especially political parties in the outgoing Prayut government, which are being courted to join the coalition being formed by Pheu Thai. He also reminded the Pheu Thai party of its election campaign commitment to restore democracy by not joining hands with political parties associated with the outgoing power clique. Pheu Thai had tried unsuccessfully to form a coalition with Move Forward and 6 other political parties before breaking away from the alliance, a move seen by critics as a political betrayal of Move Forward party.
Many Move Forward MPs, meanwhile, have taken to social media to sound out their support as to whether they should vote for the prime ministerial nominee from Pheu Thai. Natasha Boonchai Ingsawat, a deputy secretary general of the party, asked in his Facebook post, if you could decide on Move Forward behalf, how would you vote? Questions along the same line were also posted on social media by other Move Forward MPs. Most of their followers urged the party not to support Pheu Thai's nominee. In a sign that Pheu Thai may, after all, still badly need Move Forward to realize its political goal, Phumtham Wechayachai, a Pheu Thai deputy leader, offered what is seen as an olive branch. He said today that Pheu Thai has been trying to communicate with Move Forward to seek its support and that they need their votes to help fulfill the people's mandate, which refers to votes needed to endorse the prime ministerial nomination. In what is seen as an acknowledgement of the sense of betrayal being felt by many in Move Forward, Pheu Thai had this to say. If they were offended by whatever Pheu Thai or I did, I'm more than happy to apologize and to seek their forgiveness. I think after we, of course, seeing this news, the first thing come to my mind, I think, why Move Forward has to ask the voter on Facebook, right? Because actually they should talk inside and have a line together to show the public that, okay, this is our line. I think actually some analysts, they criticize that Move Forward shouldn't use this like public support because political game is not from public, it's from inside.
Right, but at the same time, we just came across a video where one of the core members of Move Forward Party, Sri Kanya Tatsukun, was being interviewed by one media outlet. She was being asked whether the Move Forward Party MPs will actually vote for Pheu Thai's prime ministerial candidate. What she said was that most of them are likely not to vote for them. Either they might not vote for them or they might abstain, but there's no consensus yet as to how they will actually vote on that day. But what we can see is that the Move Forward Party is not happy with being pushed to the coalition, and that the Pheu Thai breaking away from the coalition and then joining forces with several parties that used to be in the Prayut administration. So what Sri Kanya said was that most of the MPs there are most likely not to vote for Seta on that day. But things can change, and we will have to wait and see as well.
Yeah, things can change, and I think right now they're still waiting for the negotiation with Pheu Thai too, so we will see in the near future.
Yeah.
I think, of course, political instability is not just affects politics; it also affects economy. And of course, for Thailand, most like 20% of the GDP comes from tourism.
Yes.
So it's really important, I think, for tourism industry that the political landscape should be stabilized. As Thailand doesn't have a new government nor a new prime minister, there have been concerns about how the economy will be affected, especially in tourism. So far, the Tourism Council of Thailand has readjusted its estimate of tourist arrival for this year due to the delay in the formation of the new government. The Tourism Council of Thailand adjusted its estimate of tourist arrival this year down to 28 million from 30 million, which will reduce estimated tourism revenue by about 100 billion baht. The TCT chairman attributed the anticipated revenue shortfall to the delay in the disbursement of the budget for tourism promotion during the third quarter of the year, which is the low tourism season. He also said that concern about political protest is another factor which may discourage tourists from visiting Thailand. Tourist arrival for the first and second quarter of the year have met the target of 6 and 7 million respectively, but the 8 million arrivals targeted for the third quarter is likely to be missed by about 2 million. However, he is optimistic that the 9 million arrival target for the fourth quarter is likely to be met, but for the whole year, the 30 million target will be missed by about 2 million. Meanwhile, the Deputy Governor of the Tourism Authority of Thailand for the domestic market also shares the concern that political uncertainties may impact tourism for the rest of the year, although domestic tourism may not be affected. She said, while the delay in the formation of the new government will impact on the disbursement of budget for the 2024 fiscal year, the TAT cannot wait and will try to promote tourism during the low season with its available resources. For the domestic tourism market, she said that the TAT has adjusted its original plan to encourage Thai tourists to spend an average of 4,000 baht per head per trip to encourage them to go on more trips, even though their spending per trip may be less, but it will be more widely distributed. For the first 7 months of this year, domestic tourism has generated 478.4 billion baht in revenue from 5 million trips compared to 744 billion baht revenue from foreign tourism. TAT Governor Yuthasat Supasorn say that 15.4 million foreign tourists arrived in Thailand during the first 7 months of this year, representing about 60% of the whole year target, adding that the remaining 5 months will be a challenge for the TAT, as it will have to fulfill its target of at least 25 million arrivals in the wake of a global economic slowdown and political uncertainties in Thailand. The top 5 foreign arrivals during the first 7 months were from Malaysia, China, South Korea, India, and Russia.
We have to say that the ongoing political situation not only affects the economy as well as tourism, but it also affects several things. Like what we've mentioned before is that it does affect the confidence of foreign investors and even international relations as well.
And that's really important. I think the political instability in Thailand really affects, and also sometimes, of course, the balance, the economy and the investment in Thailand. Of course, if this continue to happen, GDP of Thailand might shrink 1% next year, and 100 billion baht might be lost. But I think right now, politicians, they have to see what happened in the economy, and they have to unite together.
Yes, and many economic experts felt that the government should be formed as soon as possible so that everything can actually resume and come back to normal. And we'll end the program with a lighter note. We've been talking about Pheu Thai parties, Mint-Choc or mint chocolate drinks, which have been heavily politicized for the past few months. This time, we have a new rival, which is called Pracha-Choc, which is a new drink that has been recently introduced by Move Forward Party. After much hype over Pheu Thai party's mint chocolate drinks, which eventually became heavily politicized, Move Forward Party's Soul Bar has introduced a new drink which is called Pracha-Choc, a mix between pink milk and chocolate. Pracha-Choc itself not only mocks Pheu Thai's signature mint chocolate drink, the name as well also rhymes with the word shock, possibly referencing people's shock over Pheu Thai's recent political moves. As we just reported earlier, Pheu Thai announced that it will join hands with the Phumjai Thai Party to form a new government, as well as 6 smaller parties after breaking away from the Move Forward coalition, automatically pushing the Move Forward into opposition. And this move, as we said, is widely seen, but especially by its supporters, a betrayal of the voters. And to add on to the hype, a recent TikTok video went viral in which he posted a review of Move Forward Party's Soul Bar and also tasted the new Pracha-Choc drink. Poking fun at it, he jokingly said that it's a mixture of Pheu Thai, Palang Pracharat, Seri Rome Thai, and Phumjai Thai parties, which is a shock to many Thais. And this video actually gained over 1.5 million views already, with over 167,000 likes and over 11,000 shares so far. So we can see that everything is heavily politicized, even drinks.
And it is really interesting, actually, for me, too. Kind of like in Thailand, people use food to politicize or to use metaphor to talk about other things. And the name is interesting too, kind of like Pracha-Choc and Choc. And like for, not just for Pheu Thai supporters, I think for other supporters, for other parties too, I think they are shocking. They are shocked because of the collaboration between Pheu Thai and Phumjai Thai. And we might see more shock.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see tomorrow as to whether Pheu Thai can gain more support from other parties as well. But speaking of that, it is really Pracha-Choc because many people were in shock with Pheu Thai's decision to join forces with these conservative parties, especially when they used to be from the Prayut government as well. And no one ever expected that Pheu Thai will ever do this, like jumping from the liberal side and joining forces with the conservative plus military side as well.
And we were waiting for if Thai Sang Thai or Move Forward, really they will move to Pheu Thai side to, vote for them in the parliament. And that's really important too. This is the point that we have to see in coming days.
Exactly. But so far, we can attest that the opposition side will include the Move Forward Party, Thai Sang Thai Party, and Bintang Party so far. So as for the other parties, which are unclear with its status, we will have to find out whether the Democrats or the United Thai Nation parties and Palang Pracha-Choc will ever support the new coalition
as what you said, don't forget the military-based parties, Palang Pracha-Choc and Luang Prabang Samchart, because their moves are really important too, because although their seats are not that many, but their move is really important for next stage in Thailand's politics.
Yes, and we will have to wait and see the next parliamentary session when they vote for a new prime minister, whether they will actually gain enough support to push Sethar to the prime ministerial post as well. And that's all we have for you in this edition of this program. So do join us every Wednesday as we continue to give you the latest updates in Thai politics up until we find out who will become the next prime minister. And don't forget to follow us on social media. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads as well. And we also have our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest updates about Thailand as well as analyses. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
สวัสดีครับ